our first live streamed episode of Music Matters. Today we're here with the band Arenalus. Good? All right. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. I'm sorry this has been a little bit of a crazy setup. This is our first time trying to stream it live, but thanks for your patience. So Arenalus, why don't you introduce yourselves, tell us your name and what you play.
All right. My name's Harrison Crow. I play bass.
I'm Gabe Martinez. I play guitar and I try to sing.
Landon Ince, I play drums.
Okay, and you guys are the band Arenalus. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where does the name come from?
It's a Gabe.
So, long story short, it's basically the name of the street that I was born on in Argentina. I'm originally from Argentina.
Okay.
And La Calle Arenales was, I guess, the street of the family house, where the family house was, where I was born. And basically it means sandy places or sand dunes. You know, I was born on the Atlantic coast near the beach, and you know, sand dunes. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So you guys play beach music?
Definitely not the Beach Boys. Yeah. Yeah. More deserty. Yeah.
More
Yeah.
deserty?
Yeah, definitely.
What kind of music do you play? What's your vibe?
Man, I think I'll let these.
Alternative?
You know, it's a little bit of everything. You know, we all have different kind of backgrounds and influences and things that have inspired us over the years. And you know, Landon, he looks super metal, but he doesn't play that hard. You know,
Try to be intentional.
Yeah. I grew up listening to a lot of like old rock and, you know, punk. I like 80s music too. And then, you know, kind of, I grew up in Southern California in the late 90s, early 2000s, and just kind of, you know, the punk rock, emo, screamo, that whole scene influenced me a lot. I don't know if it shows up in my music. And then Harrison, I'll let you kind of speak for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm influenced a lot by, like, grew up listening to, like, the blues and all that kind of stuff. Zeppelin was a big influence on me. And then I'd say, and like, tonally, I mean, we definitely hit the tones of, like, I'd say, like, Modest Mouse. Like, just those high tones and stuff, which is, I mean...
Yeah, I mean...
I like them a lot, but...
We're kind of all over the place,
Yeah, for
you know,
sure.
so...
Yeah.
Landon? He
As
likes
far as-
funk.
You like song?
Well, I like all music. As far as influence, you know, I love metal music. I kind of enjoy a little bit of country now. Just kind of all different sorts.
Metal country.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a new genre. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what is that band? Bill Murray.
Yeah.
That's what they're getting. That's what they're
yeah,
getting
yeah,
into,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you guys, how long you guys been together and how did you get together?
Been playing together for at least probably 6-7 years now. Like, kind of just started up. Me and Landon grew up together, and then Landon dated his sister.
He banged my sister. So we got a baby. We got a baby together, my niece.
Yeah,
and you know, after that falling out, I mean, me and him just stayed. We were always great friends. He was always very respectful, you know, and I think that we became good friends, and you know, we had a passion for music, and you know, he would come over to my house and we would just jam out sometimes and just make noise, and then this guy started coming around, and then it got to the point where we're like, hey, I think we got a song here. And then one song turns into 2 and 3 and 4, and then, you know, one thing leads to another, and you're a band, you know?
Gotcha. Is the sister still involved?
I mean, she's around his life.
Yeah.
Yeah, no longer.
They had a falling out.
Well, you said a baby, so I like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Moving on. So you guys got together. You've been together for a little bit, and but you just recently started to play openly instead of being a closet band. You're out in the open now.
Oh yeah.
Busting out of the garage.
Yeah, so we got a lockout studio in Plano. We've had for probably about 3 years now. We share with a couple other bands, and you know, we played our first proto show at the studio, you could kind of rent out the outstairs, and there's a stage, and we did that January of 24. Then we kind of like slowed down, took a bit of a hiatus, decided to record 3 songs, recorded 3 songs, and then we maybe played 10 to 15 shows.
Now,
To
Over the
date,
last
you know,
year.
some stuff in Fort Worth, some stuff in Dallas, and now the frequency is beginning to increase. And we just got back into the studio. We just finished up recording 5 additional songs. So we'll have 5 additional songs up on, you know, Spotify and whatnot. So it's just been recording, playing shows, and just trying to promote the band, you know, as much as we can. So it's not a perfect science. You know, we're still learning, you know.
Yeah.
Still having fun.
Yeah.
Well, having fun is kind of the point.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the main part.
And learning is, you know, that's a lifelong thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure.
We go through all that. So you mentioned that your practice space you've had next to a couple of more well-known bands.
Yeah, so next door to us in our previous room, we had Drowning Pool and the old 97s that were there. And, you know, Drowning Pool would come in and
drown us out. We're like, oh, they're playing tonight. Shit, we're not going to be able to practice because we can't hear anything.
Yeah, because we didn't even have, like, a PA set up in there when we first got in, and then one of our guys brought in a PA, and so now we can kind of compete. But not really, though.
Yeah.
They're still, I think they moved out, but we got this other band next to us that's super. There's some bands that they just put out some noise and they can just shake our walls, but it's still fun. It's fun listening to them and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but it's been good over there. Been good.
We got a mini fridge and a couch.
Yeah.
So you know they're happy.
And a big TV too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a
Okay.
TV. Yeah.
So it's you know, it's a band space, man cave.
Yeah.
It's comfortable.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Fog machine and lights.
Fog machine.
Yeah.
We all got a whole light setup.
Yeah.
We're right across from the restroom, so you know.
Even better.
Prime real estate.
Yeah, that's. I mean, who could ask for more?
Yeah. Once you break that seal, you're right there.
Yeah.
So.
Just need a microwave.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean it's a cool space to, you know.
Absolutely, yeah.
Every band should have one. Not every band does, but every band should have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Place to retreat and get away from all that.
Yeah, and I mean, the great thing is it's 20. I mean, because we can go there anytime we want.
Yeah.
And then you know, you get too drunk, then you can fall asleep there. So it's good. It's nice.
And that's never happened.
No, not today.
Well, I don't drink, but definitely these guys.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and I know that our neighbors appreciate it. You know, we're playing over there instead of next door.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I enjoy the space.
Yeah, that's good. So you guys all grew up in the area?
Yeah, we're both from Carrollton area.
Okay.
And then Gabe, you're like Louisville?
no, I was born in Argentina. I grew up
yeah.
in Southern California. I moved to Dallas like the middle of my senior year in high school. So I've been in the Metroplex since probably 2004.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that must have been a little bit of a traumatic move in the middle of your senior year in high school.
So, dude, I got a story for you, man. I'm like this little 17-year-old punk rock skater kid, you know? And I'm like, all right, I'm moving to Dallas with my mom. So we drive in through Fort Worth, and I see the fucking stockyards, and I just start crying. You know what I mean? And then you get to Dallas, and you're like, oh, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now I don't think I'd ever move back, you know what I mean? So I love this place. Well, I got a thing for the mountains now, so
Yeah.
I might end
see.
up in Colorado, but we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. So you guys have a song called, what is it, 600 Miles to El
Yes.
Paso?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
What's that? So so you cried when you got to Fort Worth. What happened with El Paso?
Something happened in El Paso. Well, you know, it's basically it's a song about heartbreak. You know what I mean? It's yeah. I mean, long story short, I was dating this chick that ended up being my wife, but you know, just the process of dating long distance and driving
10 hours.
you know, 10 hours, 600 miles to go see this person. And the song is a time when the relationship was not good, you know? I wasn't locked in, you know what I mean? There was ambiguity. You know, the definition of what I was to her and what she was to me was, it was cloudy, you know what I mean? And with that comes sense of anguish, and the song really speaks to that. So,
are you the primary songwriter for the band, or how do you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I'll let
handle-
these guys speak to it, but my process is usually, I'm not formally musically trained, or I can't read music. I know notes and chords, and basically, I fiddle around, and something usually will turn into a riff, and that riff will usually invoke some sort of emotion, and then that emotion will begin to tell a story, begin to unravel into a poem, and then I need these guys, right?
Yeah.
So I bring
Something valuable.
the feeling and the theme, and then these guys bring structure, right? And everybody kind of does their part, but for the most part, I come with the
seed.
The seed.
Yeah.
The seed of the song, we'll call it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's like an album title or
Hey, maybe you're onto something.
Yeah.
it could be
Could get there.
a porn movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with that stash.
Oh yeah, you got the stash.
Getting out there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Well, I can't grow it up here, so I'm trying
I
to.
don't want you around my kids.
Yeah.
Right on. Right
Yeah,
on.
we water the seed, but we don't know what plant it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Could be a chili pepper or a jalapeno tree, or
Trying
different
to stay
plant.
in the pepper
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your music is kind of spicy.
Yeah, I like to think so.
We got our Latino side.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what it brings in.
Okay. So then what kind of how do you guys finish out the songs then? So it sounds like you write the kind of the riff and the lyrics too.
Yeah.
And then these guys kind of help
Yeah.
Yeah,
shape it.
it kind of comes in, like Gabe will come in and he's like, I'm working on a new riff, and then, we'll sit there and listen to it, and then I'll start kind of fiddling around with it, and then he kind of joins in, and then we jam it out for a minute, and then find different parts, and then we start, and then...
Yeah, like some songs, I mean, we have songs that we wrote in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we have other songs that we have to jam for 6 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And one thing that Harrison does really good, and I'll applaud him for this, is that he has a way, if I come with an idea, he's able to kind of, he's kind of an architect. You know what I mean? So he's like, this needs to be the chorus, this needs to be the verse, here's an idea for an outro, this is how we can fuse this into this, and we can, you need to get rid of that. You're chasing something that, you're going somewhere where you don't need to go. He's very good at kind of calibrating us and repositioning us, and he's kind of north, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll fight him on things, but then I'll listen, I'm like, oh, that makes
That's
sense,
right.
you know what I mean? God damn it, Harrison, you know what I
Son of
mean?
a bitch.
I don't want him to be right, but he's right,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
so.
He doesn't tell them all the time, so this is big.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
we'll get in
huge.
an argument, and then 2 days later, I'll send him a text and be like, "Hey, man, I really love, what you did here, and you add a lot of value to the band, and I appreciate you. And if you ever quit, I don't know what I'm gonna do."
Yeah.
So you've got a little band relationship drama.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but who doesn't?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fickle. I mean, it's not even... It's just...
not bad.
Yeah, no, it's nothing crazy. It's just... just to be like, oh, I don't think, saying it's like, oh, that's not going to work. And I'm like, just give it a second.
Yeah.
Just wait. And then,
I've learned to trust him more
Yeah.
over time, and
yeah.
and it's paid dividends.
Then moving into, like, with our producer, Michael Garcia, like, he bring, like, whenever we go and record, I mean, obviously, like, whenever we play later, it's like, it's the kind of a broken down version, but he goes in, and he comes up with this stuff that just blows our mind.
Yeah, so I'll speak a little bit to that.
Yeah.
But so the first guy, when we first decided we were going to record, he brought in this gentleman that showed up to the studio, and he was like, "Hey, just play to this click track." And I was like, "Dude, this is not working for me. I'm not a click track type of guy." You know what I mean? And Mike Garcia, shout out to Mike Garcia. he understood us, and he just, you know, I think he brings the best. He makes us sound better than what we actually do. So I'm like, hey, dude, don't make it sound so good on the recording, because I don't know if I can play true to that, you know, when we play live, you know what I mean? But it's just, you know, having somebody that, you know, really
Different
could,
approach.
yeah, he just has a different approach, and I mean, his ideas are good, and over time, like one song, 2 songs, 3 songs, you eventually decide, like, hey, whatever this guy tells me to do, maybe I don't agree, but I'm gonna listen. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna give it a shot. You know what I mean? And that's respect, and I respect Mike Garcia a lot.
Oh, yeah.
It's always good to have a different perspective, somebody that can kind of give you their viewpoint.
Yeah.
Because it's really easy to get kind of lost in whatever it is that you're doing in the minute.
Yeah, because I mean, we're hearing it all the time, playing it over and over, and rehearsing, and then you get somebody with an outside ear, and you're like, try this and add this to it, and then you're just like, whoa, I didn't even think that could go there. You know, and it just
Take
brings
after
a whole
take, and we're exhausted. He's reminding us we're all having fun.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well,
you
that's
sped
what
up, or
you're
you-
supposed to. You're supposed to have fun.
Right, you're done. Take a break. So,
Yeah.
you know?
Sometimes we feel like that Spider-Man meme where we're all pointing at each other.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, right.
But
God damn it, Landon.
He keeps us on track.
Yeah.
He makes that process.
You get the voice in your headphones, and it's like, calm down.
Yeah.
Just take a time.
Just breathe. You need some tea? You want some,
Yeah.
you want some tea?
Yeah.
You want to hit this vape? Get back in here.
Yeah. Let's take a listen.
Yeah.
But it's great. It's been great.
That's good. How has playing live been for you?
That's been, I mean, that's all I've ever wanted to do.
That's
and
what he lives for.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I go out and find, been finding all the shows and everything, just trying to be able to talk to network to all the people and all that kind of stuff. And that's just been my favorite part, and been going out, playing, meeting the other bands, getting to hang out with people, and just kind of, bringing it to people, and it's just more fun instead of just, staring at these guys, and, actually go and stare out at strangers and kind of just show them your art, and, they like it, they like it, great.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, to me, it's story time. You know what I mean? Hey, like, this is what to me, it's therapy. You know what I mean? The whole process of, like, writing a song, sharing a song with the audience or with the listener, and kind of, it's a place to connect, and like, hey, I went through this. That's what this song is about, and I hope it resonates with you. You know what I mean? And it's connection, and to me, it's therapy and healing. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, for a lot of people, that's true.
Yeah.
So since you tell stories,
Yeah.
what's the best story behind a song?
The best. Geez, that's a loaded question, man. The best story behind a song. I mean, there's.
Well, we got 600 miles to El Paso.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
your
That's that one.
relationship.
Yeah.
So
What are we
Travelers
playing?
is a good
I think
one.
to me, the song that I've written lately that's the most close to home is a song called "Intrusive
Oh, yeah.
Thoughts," and I mean, I don't have to get into the lyrics, but it's really a battle within self. You know what I mean? And there's themes of
Like
addiction and desperation, and by all means, like I don't have a drug problem or a drinking problem. I do mess with diet sodas quite a bit. But it's really a song about if you have a habit or an addiction or something that you're struggling with, you know what I mean? And I think we all have those things in different forms, is really finding a place where you get to the end of yourself and there's surrender in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just sometimes it's a cry for help. Sometimes it's rock bottom. Sometimes it's, returning your own vomit, and sometimes it's just disgust with the situation and just desperately trying to find an exit.
Yeah.
So anyway, that got a little dark.
I mean,
It's
no, part of it.
I mean, that's fine. That's how that's how the process is. It's why people do this. It is therapy.
Yeah.
And you could argue that whether it costs more to play a guitar or to go see somebody to talk to, but
Yeah, right.
I do both.
They or do both. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're both therapy.
Yeah.
So I mean, you've got your dark room that you're trapped in, and someone else has a pool that they're drowning in,
Right.
just
Yeah.
making a play on the words.
I gotcha.
Absolutely.
I see what
No,
you're
I
doing
get
there.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm normal. Thank God.
Finally.
Well, I mean, as normal as musicians can be.
Yeah.
Right on.
But so, since we're talking about stories, tell me some stories about what's the aha moment that you had while you were playing, or that thing really happened, or I can't believe you did that, or
I mean, I think just getting us together and actually playing and like kind of just knowing like the aha for us, I think, because I always played with Landon, and then them two, just separately, and like having like just that connection of just being able to know where each other's kind of going. And, that was to me just like once we all three got together doing it, I was just like, oh, this is real.
I think a really pivotal moment was deciding in 2023 that we were going to play a show.
Yeah.
And having a date, a deadline to look forward to.
Yeah.
I really think it like puts things into perspective. You get your priorities straight. Everything from gear to like, hey, we need to refine these songs. We need to get practice. We need to get good. We
More
need
intentional.
to,
Yeah.
just being the intentionality behind setting a date, right? And then we did the same thing with recording. Like, hey, this day we're going into the studio, so we need to have these songs ready. And I think that element of having a date, having a timeline, committing to that, I think it to me was a big aha moment. So
I think it's a good point. That's why like when you're in school or whatever it is in a program of some sort, they have recitals. That's why you play at a show at a given place and time and all that.
Yeah.
You're preparing for that thing that's going to happen, that event that's going to happen. It makes it real.
Yeah, especially, I mean, once you commit to it, you're just like, well, that's it.
Yeah.
It's like, here we go. Got to do it. Do you know anything for you?
Just growing up watching friends, going to their shows, and now we're on the stage.
Yeah.
And they're coming watching us.
tables have turned.
How was that? How was reaching out to your friends and getting them to come see you? Tell me about that experience.
I mean, it's been okay. I mean, I think they're all pretty supportive of it, try not to wash them out too much with it,
Weekday or weekend show, kind of, everyone's got kids. Or,
Yeah, especially.
Yeah, we're not in our 20s anymore.
No.
I mean, I just turned 40 last week, a couple weeks ago, and everybody's either married or has kids or some combination of the two. And but yeah, I mean, there's definitely people that are loyal that show up, and it's to me it's awesome when that happens.
Yeah.
You see the same people in the crowd. Sometimes you're like, man, they're wearing one of our shirts. That's pretty cool, And
right.
I appreciate the support. And but yeah, I mean, I grew up playing in bands when I was in high school and middle school, and that's all I did and all I ever wanted to do for a long time. And then you get older and you get a desk job, and
you gotta pay the bills.
You gotta pay the bills, and I think we were joking earlier. I have the most punk rock job out of all of us. I'm a commercial banker, by day, So, but yeah, man. I mean, it's just fun, and this is passion,
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody that you're going to be known as Banker Babe.
Banker Gabe.
I don't mind that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Banker Babe, Banker Babe,
Yeah.
Gabe.
Yeah.
There's a tongue twister in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Say that 3 times.
The old BB&T.
Yeah.
What's the strangest thing that you guys have seen either playing with another band or as a fan, or like strangest
What's that guy with the
worst
unicycle?
experience,
that
best
you-
experience?
What was the band with the
The
unicycle?
unicycle
What was
guy.
Oh, you like that?
Insufferable.
Insufferable sorcery?
Yeah. That was pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
I was thoroughly impressed.
Yeah, that was dope.
Is he
And
juggling too? No.
No, I don't
No,
think he juggled.
just had a broadsword.
He
Oh,
wanted
that's
to.
right.
Like, I can see the juggler.
Very unique voice, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a very operatic voice.
Uh,
There was a show we played in Mineral Wells
Oh my
with
gosh.
this kind of no teeth guy, crack mouth come up,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we were playing, and it was like we just started, and this guy is just like got his phone and just like running around doing somersaults like in there and all this kind of stuff, and like I looked up, like looked at them, both their eyes were closed, and I was like, this guy's about to jump, like on the stage, and I was like, my foot was ready to like knock him down. And he got kicked out, but he didn't make it long.
Well, music's powerful.
So is meth.
Really resonates.
So is meth. Yeah, it was a fire. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He was fighting fire with that one.
I forgot about that.
That guy was gnarly. Yeah.
So how big of a stage was this he was going to jump on?
Very small.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very.
He couldn't have fit if he wanted to.
No, he wouldn't have. He wouldn't have made it or tore down the stage at least. Yeah. It was already hot enough on that stage. You didn't need him up there.
Yeah.
So.
So what are some of your favorite bands, either that to listen to, influence you, that you've played with?
So I mean, said the people we played with, they're amazing.
Yeah.
They've been great guys to us, and always inviting us. Invited us to come play out with y'all that last minute, and then we got to play at their album release party. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then
They're good guys.
oh, they're great. Yeah, they're awesome. Good, humble guys. Bands that that I listen to kind of regularly would be, I love this band called All Them Witches from Nashville. Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of deserty rock, psychedelic.
I'm actually going to write it down.
They're really, really good. Yeah, they've been kind of going around. They're definitely on the up and up right now. They opened up. I think I saw them open up for Primus. But they've been great. I like Royal Blood is another one. It's one Dino.
Seen them a couple times.
Seen them a couple times. They're amazing. Just a bass player and drummer.
Making a lot of ruckus.
A lot of noise.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's White Stripes only with bass.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And definitely, cause like them and like Black Keys kind of stuff, and but yeah, those are two definitely that I listen to often, and then I've really got into Sleep Token.
Yeah.
Which those guys.
So we saw Beartooth and Bad Omens. And
Yeah.
Presidents opened.
Oh,
them.
really? How was that? Were they good?
They were good. So I'm convinced. I may be wrong, but they play with masks.
Yeah.
And it's done like a. It's like the style of the show is like a political rally.
Right. Right.
Type of a deal. You said to throw all the political stuff to you.
That's his geo.
So it's done like it's a. Like a political speech and campaign and the different various parts, but I'm convinced their lead singer sounds very much like the Sleep Token.
No.
Because I know they started shortly after Sleep Token, and then
and there clearly is an industry connection because they came out of nowhere and now they're like a multi-million stream.
Oh, for sure.
So there's the money connections, distribution, all that is there.
Yeah.
It was an interesting show. We had the nosebleed seats. You were talking earlier about your dad is one of does the setup and tear down for the productions at American Airlines. That was at American Airlines and
I could see that because I've heard of them and I think you're right whenever coming around because they came out shortly after Sleep Token kind of really took off.
Yeah.
And they're good. I haven't really gotten into them yet too much, but from what I've seen, that looks like they put on a hell of a show.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. The whole show was great. Beartooth was great. Bad Omens was great. It was it's different than I remember when my first concert, I'll date myself a little bit here, but my first two concerts were Rush and Pink Floyd.
Oh, nice.
And like we went in order to go to I didn't have the money to like go buy tickets and go to shows and all that. So me and three of my friends, this is back in the day when you couldn't buy tickets online. You actually had to go to the sporting goods stores. Was where they had like the Ticketmaster outlet. They printed out the tickets, and you hear the little machine. It was, it wasn't even, like a laser printer. It was like the impact printer. And me and three friends, you could wait in line, which we did. Got there hours ahead of time to wait in line, kind of like an iPhone, like when it was the same kind of thing. You could buy 4 tickets a person, so we bought 16 tickets. and we scalped them to our friends so that we could afford to go to the show. That was how we paid for it.
Oh wow!
So because we put in the
Creative.
effort.
Yeah, we went.
We put in the effort and stood in line all day. So
Yeah.
that was how we earned our way to go see the show. And the venue was full of smoke because everybody was passing doobies and smoking cigarettes, and you hear bottles clanking in the aisle. You go to the show today, and it's like there's no smoking, but there's a fog machine.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah.
And there's no lighters.
It's phones.
But there's phones. Yeah, amazing. Like how many phones there are now.
Oh yeah, yeah. Seeing some of those, like whenever you pop up at like a big arena show, and then they tell everybody to do all that. It's pretty cool looking now.
And then all the screens and the lasers and everything else. We just had like Pink Floyd had a giant blow up pig that went across, and you had some laser stuff that
they were introducing.
Yeah.
Coming out with.
And like everybody was high, whether you smoked or not, just because the contact buzz.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But I mean, the shows now, we were like in the third row. I think we were 10 down from bumping our head on the ceiling.
Oh, right. Yeah, I've sat in those seats.
I think there was 3 people behind us.
You're sitting on the moon?
Almost.
Yeah. Right on the wall.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
I've been to shows like that, but
almost. But
Hey, I mean, you're there for the noise.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you don't have to necessarily see them all, and they got the screens.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true. They do. It's still it's still pretty far away.
Oh yeah.
And you're looking down.
Yeah, you're looking. What are they doing down there?
Yeah. So, best concert?
Best concert, probably Tool. They put on a fucking kick-ass show. I think I saw them in San Antonio. It was Primus, then Tool, and there's a dude tripping like mushrooms. I think I got like a secondary trip from him, just watching him go nuts on it. But that was anytime I've seen them, it's pretty life-changing. It's just the way that they start the show. It's like kind of slow, just like one little emblem, like we're talking about like lighting and all that kind of production, and then it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then the full send at the end is just amazing. Love it.
Yeah. Gabe?
Best concert? Probably a tie. I'm probably tied for 2. You guys are going to make fun of me, but one of my favorite bands of all time. Hope I don't get kicked out of the band, but I'm a huge I'm not closet. I'm going to say it proudly. I'm a huge U2 fan,
Okay.
And we could talk about the reasons why if you want to. But
do tell. Spill the tea.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like one of those bands. It's like Nickelback, or Creed or something. Like it's either you love it or you hate it. And I mean, my dad just grew up a rocker, and I remember sometimes he'd leave me home alone to my own devices, and those devices sometimes turned into VCRs, and those VCRs were accompanied by VHS tapes. And one of the tapes that I popped in one time I was like 5 or 6 years old was, I don't know if you remember in the late 80s, U2 came out with this documentary, the Rattle and Hum documentary, and like I just watched it and just, they go through this journey through America, and like they're super inspired, and they play all these shows, and they visit Elvis's grave, and most of the documentary is like in black and white, which was really weird to me at the time, but I just remember just watching it and being super inspired by The Edge and Bono, and I just fell in love with the band as a little kid, and that was one of the moments that was like, man, I really want to play music and be in a band. I want to do that, and so anyway, I got to see U2, I think when they did I think it was the 360 tour. They played at the Cowboy Stadium, I think back in I want to say 15.
Is this when they put their album on the iPod?
No, this is later. This was after that. But anyway,
I remember that. There was the special
red iPod.
Yeah.
I think that had something to do with their demise or people hating them. But anyway, that was awesome. And then tied for second, another one of my favorite bands is At the Drive-In. So they're out of El Paso, and I felt like I never got to see them, and then they had a reunion tour, I think, back in 15 or 16, and I actually went to Chicago with one of my good friends, Jonathan, to see them, and it was an amazing, it's just not just a show. it's like a weekend with the friends, and like there's the camaraderie and like the sense of adventure and just being wild together. I don't remember if there was like shrooms involved, but we had a really good time, and it was just, you know, when a band reunites, you're like, yes, I will get to see them before I die. It was one of those moments. So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Landon?
Trying to think. This band called Power Glove.
Oh yeah.
I had watching a friend play a show. It was at Trees.
Yeah.
And it was, you know, I would stick around, watch a song, you know, before we leave, and I was just stunned. I couldn't applaud. It was just wasn't expecting it. And
it was wild.
They said it was Nintendo Core, and I didn't know what that was.
Yeah.
Nintendo Core.
Yeah.
Nintendo Core. But I don't think that's what they call themselves. But that's what someone was trying to explain that, and they're like, you got to check them out. So basically, they'll take all these old video games, and then they'll play like the theme song or the some part in it, and in the background they'll have the gameplay, and the lead singer is playing keyboard while playing guitar and singing.
Yeah.
Like all at the same time. I mean, it's just...
Okay.
Dude,
it was pretty wild. They did Little Mermaid, Pokemon, Tetris, Mega Man, but it was probably the best $10-15 I ever spent.
Oh yeah. That was we were seeing our buddies Slybot play up there, and they were just like, y'all got to stick around. We're like, because we both had to work the next day, and we were just like, yeah, we'll hang out one song.
I don't want to miss the next one.
Yeah, just stayed.
But that was a core memory.
It was insane.
We said best $10. It was...
Yeah, and I mean, people were showing up. They're like, these guys are wild. We're like, okay, whatever, man. And then they came on, and they weren't lying.
Pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Well, that's like when you go to a show and you see somebody wearing a mask and wings and riding a unicycle.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things I loved about going to like festivals. I mean, I think I found this one band. Oh, fudge, I can't remember their name now. But like, I mean, I found a couple bands just going to ACL. You're just walking to your next show, and then you hear something.
What's
you're
going
like,
on this stage? What is that?
Yeah. And then you're just like, that's my new favorite band.
Yeah. That's how it should be, though.
Yeah, and I love that. I mean, that's when you it's pleasant, like a surprise of just something that just blows your mind. You're just like, wow.
Instead of your friend with the aux cord.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
You find it on your own.
You find it on your own. Yeah.
Organically.
Well, discovery is a hard thing.
For sure.
That's. I mean, like you guys gave me the names of 4 bands I'm gonna check out, all of them, which is Royal Blood, At the Drive-In, and Power Glove. Power Glove was the Nintendo Core.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like.
It's
pretty. That sounds pretty dope.
It's insane. If you can catch a live picture of it, it's wild.
Very good.
Yeah.
How long ago did you see that?
Fudge. That was.
I would say 8 years.
8 years ago.
The 90s weren't 10 years ago. I kind of struggle with finding where we're at on the timeline.
We're in the 20s now.
It had to have been every bit of 8 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was. I mean, that was when.
I wonder if they're playing.
They tour all the time.
do
Yeah,
they?
I've seen them come. They've come through once. We tried to go catch them, but we didn't work out. But yeah, they still tour and everything. I mean,
sounds pretty interesting.
They're really cool because it's Power Glove from the Nintendo Power Glove.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was thinking that's what.
But they just metal out.
They rock it.
We have a guitarist who has played with Blake's band. That's Ryan's brother. He actually played. He plays as a utility player in some of our shows. Sometimes he does anime.
Cool.
Metal.
Yeah.
He's a Berkeley. He's a Berkeley guitar. David Saborio, just amazing.
Damn.
Great metal guitarist.
Yeah.
And he's got the hair to go with it too. Like, so he's got the whole look and the sound.
That's awesome.
So when you were talking about that, I was thinking of that because he does like soundtracks to anime and and plays at anime shows and stuff like that. So it's just kind of reminded me of that. So new music. You said you got five new songs that are coming out.
Yep. They're getting mastered right now. Should probably getting out within definitely in April.
Okay.
don't have like the time once it goes through publishing and all
So,
that kind of stuff.
Different than our normal podcast, where I don't know when the show is going to be published. You're live right now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what do you want to say to the folks out there about your music and where to find it? Where do they find you?
Yeah. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook. All of our music is on all the streaming platforms. We've got 3 songs up right now. Like I said, these next 5 should be coming out hopefully in April. They'll be back on all those. Just find it at Arenalus, Arenales.
Okay, and that's your handle on all the.
Yeah, so I mean, you should be able to find it on pretty much anything at Arenalus, or I know on Instagram it's at Arenalus with an underscore under every
each letter, every
yeah.
Okay.
And then
So
Facebook.
it's A_R
underscore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Took the long route on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there a reason?
Probably another, because there was another band on.
There's some like Tejano band out of like
Oh, that's right.
Juarez or something that's
Yeah.
got they're like Los Arenales or something.
Have you
know?
reached out to them yet?
No.
We was looking on it whenever we were going on Spotify, and then I was like, oh crap, and then but once we got on Spotify, I think they're off now. So
okay.
I think they didn't.
I was gonna say it's like a sister city thing.
Yeah, right.
You guys should be friends.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know,
Right.
you share the name, you know.
Yeah.
So they have those festivals where they've got like
Yeah.
all of the people named Ryan. They get
Oh,
together. and
yeah.
all,
Oh,
like,
the Kyle Fest.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Kyle Fest. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean,
That's funny.
yeah. So maybe that could be a thing.
Yeah.
Arenalus Fest.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you guys are playing upcoming.
Yes.
April 4th.
We got April 4th at Toki's in Denton, and then the next Friday, that's a Saturday, and
The 10th.
then the 10th
April
on
the 10th
Friday.
at the Rail in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
The Rail
Okay.
in Fort Worth, April
Yeah.
10th.
And then in July.
And in July, it's going to be with you guys. July 25th and 26th, it's going to be at Underdog. Excited to play with y'all again. Y'all put on an awesome show, so super
Awesome.
stoked for that.
Yeah, great production.
Love
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, and you guys are great. We loved watching you play, and especially last minute having you guys in there.
Yeah.
So check them out. They're on the live stream from the show we just did on March 1st, but they're going to be coming back to play with us at Rock in the Summer in July, on July 25th and 26th.
Yes, sir.
And guys, thanks for being with us today. Everybody, this is the band Arenalus. Go check them out. Stay tuned. We're going to stop the stream right now, but in a little bit here, we're going to come back live with performance from Arenalus once we get everything set back up.
Yes,
so
sir.
Awesome.
I appreciate it.
thanks
Good
for being
stuff.
out here, and thanks for watching our Music Matters podcast live with the band Arenalus.
See you later.